God bless you. I'm elect Lady Prophetess Owens, and I was asked a question: what are some wise tips as to how to handle yourself while living on campus? Well, okay, years ago, we're not going to go with specific dates, but I was in campus I was living in the campus at Purdue University, and my first year there was just really overwhelming for me. I had never left home for that period of time. I always was at home with my mother, my family, and everything, so I never had really been on my own before. So having the freedom to really pretty much live life the way I wanted to do, I had to be very careful that I still maintained my Christian foundation. The first thing I did is I tried to find people of like faith. I tried to find other young people that were Christians, and I mean Christian, not just the word Christian, but not a life behind it. I tried to surround myself with people of like faith. When I got on the campus, I had to be very disciplined to the fact and remember the purpose why I was there. So I made sure, first of all, I found people of like faith. I made sure that I maintained my Bible regimen. I still had Bible study, we talked about that. I also made sure that I was very persistent, I may say, in my studies for the reason that I was there. Because it's very easy once you get your independence, something you never had before, to just kind of be lackadaisical and do any and everything you want to do and forget the purpose you're there. You can't sleep in or stay out late doing things because there's no guidelines to your life. You're pretty much running your own life. So I tried to make sure that I kept focus of why I was there. I didn't lose my principles. I was very, very concerned about doctrines or even different things I had not heard of before to contaminate what I already knew. I was very firm. I believed the Word of God. I believed the Trinity. I was very firm not to let anything and anybody change my view and my perspective of God and who He was. So in order to do that, if you start venturing into other avenues or hanging around with people that had different ideas than you did, then you're tempted to be persuaded to maybe move from your firm foundation. That's not to say I was not socializing, because I came down there just knowing my roommate and my cousin. They're the only people that I knew at Purdue at the time. But I kept my witness on, so we went to about 3 of us, and by the first year in school, I had met about 40 other Christian students that we formed together, and we had like our Bible study or our camaraderie, and we would share and try to witness to the other students on campus. So that was my firm foundation that I built upon everything. There were some times, I can remember the first time when I was at Purdue. It was kind of funny because I met this young man on campus that was in my class. And I found out later he's not a Christian, of course, but he challenged what I thought I was firmly standing on as a Christian. He asked me, he said, I can tell you're a Christian. I said, yes. He said, you believe in God? I said, well, certainly. He said, well, I don't. He said, why would you believe in a God that would allow poverty, that would allow killing, that would allow death and hunger? He said, if you are God and you're all powerful, he said, wouldn't you stop all that? I had never been confronted with God having limitations or God having any kind of failure in his life, so I didn't know how to handle him. He began to pursue and ask me questions that really tried to challenge my faith. But immediately I said, no, I said, I'm not going to speak with you. So he said, why are you afraid? I said, I'm not going to speak with you. I said, if you don't want to be a Christian and you're not agreeing with my stance, I said, we don't have anything to talk about. So I immediately just put him out of my life and my perspective. And of course, I pondered those things in my mind, and I just went to the Lord about it, but I never allowed myself to move from my stance in which I believed. So you're in a whole different world when you're on campus. I was there for 4 years, but I maintained my faith in God by being around people of like faith, remembering my purpose for why I was there, yet having fellowship with other people on the campus, especially those that were in my particular group. We witnessed to others, but I stayed focused. Remember, first of all, I was a Christian that was a student and not a student that became a Christian. So those were my things that helped me get through those 4 years. I continued to grow in the Lord. I never let my academics outgrow my faith in God. I never got those two intertwined. I was never so busy trying to get a degree that I put God aside. But He was always the foremost thing in my life. Okay, I hope this has helped you and blessed you to be a better student on campus, and if you're going there, to keep these little wisdom nuggets in mind. God bless you. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe to enjoy many more videos that we have. Get calm. God is taking care of me and you.